This is the most humane man I have ever seen. He canned human flesh, making human skin into bone masks, fat made into soap, hair made to carry, masks made of bones. At last, they even sold these products in grocery stores, turning all the people in the town into ogres. On the streets of a German town in 1924, a woman covered in blood ran down the street. She ran and shouted, "There's an old man trying to kill me." She ran to the police station and reported the case, claiming to be staying at the grocery store owner's house. But this boss doesn't rob money or women. No more words. The super axe came at my head. Fortunately, I reacted quickly. But he still cut my shoulder. The town police didn't believe it, because they all know the grocery store owner. He is a well-known good guy in town. His grocery store often sells canned meat to residents at low prices. The townspeople like him very much. Just then, Dunk hurried over. Explained to the police. This woman is a wanderer from another town. The visitors felt sorry for him, kindly gave him a bowl. I also cooked him a big pot of broth. But who knew that at night he was obsessed with money? He actually wanted to steal all the money of the guest. The passengers were forced to. I had to pick up an axe to scare him away. After listening to the guest's story, the police, I firmly believe that this woman is the thief crying thief. But the woman yelled in horror that she was lying. If you don't believe me, just go to his house and search. The police were a little impatient. But in order to clear Uncle Dinka's name as soon as possible, they can only follow the regulations. Let Denki rest in the police station for one night. Then the police went to search his house. If you don't find anything, then just punish the woman by detaining her. However, what I never expected was, at midnight, Uncle Dinka actually used his underwear in the detention room. The pants are hanging on the branches. The police are aware of the seriousness of the problem, rushed to Denki's house to search. But once I opened the door, a pungent stench hits you in the face. 2 huge bathtubs stand in the corner. They're full of braised meat. The police picked up a piece. It's actually the human pectoralis major muscle. The next thing I found was an arm. How could these young policemen have ever seen such a scene? I immediately thought of calling the police. On the shelf above the bathtub, it is filled with freshly sealed canned meat, waiting for customers to buy. In the bedroom, there are dozens of human skin belts hanging. Human hair shoelaces. On the chopping board was a saw for cutting bones and muscles. Axe, knife. On the table is a rusty iron box. It contains 351 human teeth. Even more incredible things now. A dozen clean human bodies were also found at the scene. The police racked their brains but couldn't figure out what this was used for. There is a diary on Dinka's desk. It records the history. The name of each victim. Date of slaughter and amount of meat produced. Darius, 22 years old, 130 pounds. Fresh needs to be drawn in batches. Malzahar, 29 years old, 152 pounds. High fat content. Make it as soon as possible. The victim was an 80-year-old woman. Children up to 8 years old. They are all sold as merchandise. That is to say, since 1921, Dinka's grocery store. Since the butcher shop opened. All residents of the town. As long as you have spent money here. Whether you buy shoelaces, belt or minced meat canned. They're all made by humans. All the police were confused. Because Denk has lived here for many years. He has always been a kind person. A good person who loves to help others. How did he become a murderer? A man-eating demon. Denk was born in Munster in 1860. A peasant family in the fort. Because of poverty. I dropped out of school after graduating from elementary school, apprenticed to a gardener. Here he learned a lot of manual labor. At the age of 25, his father died. He used all the money to open a grocery store. With good craftsmanship. He made soap. Selling trouser belts, shoelaces, etc. The day is pretty good. The politician also opened a butcher shop in 1921. providing cheap, fresh cured, and canned meats. You know, the war had just ended. Meat products are very scarce. There is often a long queue in front of his store. Residents praised his meat for its firm texture. Fat and thin. There is also a special aroma. But what the residents don't know is, these meats are mixed with human flesh. Dinka often gave it to strangers who wandered into the town, provided free accommodation, free food, when the victim was completely relaxed. He picked up the axe. A blow to the back of the head, a critical hit. After killing, he skillfully began to dismember the body, trim the meat and fat from the bones. Then made canned meat into different categories. Finally, he sold it to the residents of the town at a low price. In just a few years, he killed more than 40 people. Deng Ko also made a lot of money from this business. Here we go. The sheriff vomited with a wow. Because he went to Denki's house every week to buy meat. After the case broke out, thousands of people in the town were disgusted. Vomiting all over the house. Most of them are in Denker's grocery store. Purchased canned meat, soap, and other things. But what the police still can't figure out is, why did Denki kill and eat people? Selling human flesh may be for making money. But the things he sold were very cheap. Or maybe, he just wanted to satisfy his perverted desires. Kill and dismember. Made into goods. It will give him great satisfaction. But because Denki committed suicide in the police station. So the real reason. Maybe it's just him. And all the netizens here know. As the saying goes, you can know a person's face but not his heart. You never know. How perverted can a person's heart be? But no matter what. Out and about. Boys and girls should learn to protect themselves. This is also my original intention in doing the case. Through one abnormal case after another. Exploring humanity. Understanding human nature. Know yourself. Protect yourself.
Thank you, from the crew. In the darkness, we'll be watching you.